In this video, I'm gonna be going through some important things, if not all the things you need to know to get approved in the very last road test, in the very last motorcycle road test you gotta do here in Ottawa to get your full motorcycle driver's license. And this is called the M2 exit or the M test. So the first part of the video is going to be just me talking about those important points I gathered, and the second part of the video I'm going to go on the road and I'm going to be demonstrating everything, all the maneuvers and the potential things you're going to be assessed on. When I was preparing myself, doing some research about the test, I couldn't really find much information about it. I was asking people who have done the test before. I've contacted some instructors to give me some feedback on the things I was doing and some advices, and I gathered all this information and I took notes here of those important points. And what happens when you get there? So when you get there, you're gonna go inside the drive test and you're gonna do whatever you gotta do, and they're gonna let you know to go outside and wait close to your motorcycle. You're gonna park your motorcycle at a specific place. In my case, at the Walkley Rd here in Ottawa. It's at the back of the drive test, so I was there. The instructor came. He or she is gonna give you earpiece, like an earphone, and it's gonna be attached to a radio in a shoulder bag, like a pouch, and you shouldn't worry. I really couldn't tell what's there during the test. It's very light, very small. So they're gonna give you this shoulder bag with the radio inside. The earphone's gonna be attached to it. One thing I regret though was not bringing a larger helmet, because mine was it's very tight to my face, and when I was sliding the helmet down, the earpieces were just collapsing. So maybe a balaclava or larger helmet would be ideal. The very important first point, of course, is you gotta know how to ride your motorcycle. So you gotta know how to change gears, stop, do turns, signal, look over your shoulder, and things like that. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on it. The second important point is your gear. So of course you gotta bring your DOT certified helmet with you to do the test. But other than that, it's a little bit obscure. The things you gotta wear. For example, some people said that it is mandatory for you to wear jacket, pants, and boots and gloves. However, some others say no, it's gonna depend on the assessor. So, short answer is I don't know. But we should all agree that you don't want to look sloppy. You want to make a very good first impression. You want the assessor to look at you and think, okay, I know what this guy is doing. So make sure you have at least jeans, boots, gloves, and a nice jacket. Once there, the very first thing they're going to do, they're gonna test your motorcycle. They're gonna inspect your motorcycle for a couple of things. Those things are rear brake, front brake. They want to make sure that the light gets on when you press those. They're gonna test your honk and what else? And lights. So yeah, make sure your motorcycle is in good working condition. Okay, what about the road test? So the very first important point is exaggerating your head movements. They're gonna be assessing you on whether you're looking at the mirrors every 5 seconds, when you're going through an intersection, whether you're looking both sides. However, the only way I guess they can tell you're really looking, it's if you are exaggerating your head movement. So if you're looking at the mirror, make sure you really go there, you kiss your shoulder, you go very close to the mirror. If you're looking to the sides, make sure just move your head like a maniac. Another important point is stop and ride in position. So when you're stopping a red light or in a stop sign, you gotta stop into riding position. So what riding position is, you gotta stay with your right hand on the front brake, right foot on the rear brake, left foot on the ground, and left hand on the clutch at all times. Okay, so here, stop position. Remember, stop riding position. front brake, rear brake, left foot on the floor, hands on the clutch. And when you're stopping in riding position, another thing you gotta do is keep looking for hazards. They don't want to see you just stopping and relaxing or looking straight. Make sure you're looking to the sides, make sure you're looking ahead to the roads, pedestrians behind you. Just keep moving. And also when you stop in a red light or in a stop sign and there's a car in front of you, just make sure you are maybe like a car length from that car. Make sure you have a good space between you and the car in front of you. The fourth point is changing lanes and making turns. And when you do that, before doing that, you have to signal, you have to check your mirrors, you have to look over your shoulder in the direction you're going, you turn, then you turn off your signal and check your mirrors once more. A couple of scenarios are going to exist during the test and they're going to assess on that. One, the instructor is going to tell you, for example, to change lanes back and forth. So what that means is you're going to have to signal to the direction you're going, for example, right, signal right, look at your mirrors, look over your shoulder in the direction you're going, do your turn, turn off. Then when safe to do so, you have to go back to the other lane, so it's changing back and forth. So you turn your signal to the left, look at your mirrors, shoulder, change lanes, go to the left, turn it off, then check your mirrors again. Things like move lanes back and forth, move lanes back and forth. So what you gotta do is you signal. So if I'm here in the left lane, in the right tire track, I'm gonna signal right, mirror, mirror, shoulder look, look, and then left, mirror, mirror, shoulder look, go back, signal up. So, oh. And if this instructor just said to change lanes to the right, you do that and you don't go back. And same thing, change lanes to the left, so that's gonna happen. And the same thing if you're turning right or left. It's the same sequence. Signal, mirror check, shoulder check, do your turn, turn it off, mirror check. That's it. As soon as you do your turn, turn your signal off. If you keep it for too long, they're gonna deduct 2 points. So the fifth thing you gotta know, and you gotta be a side stone, and it's very important, it's the tire track. So you gotta make sure you are in the correct tire track at all times. And to explain that, I'm gonna have to draw here. Okay, and let's say this is the road you are. This is the right lane and this is the left lane, right? So if you are in the left lane, for example, you wanna stay, let's say this is you on your motorcycle, oops, you wanna stay in the right tire track, right? So let's say we have, this is a tire track, TT, this is another tire track, this is the tire track, tire track. So we have 4 tire tracks in this 2-lane road. So if you are in the left lane, you wanna stay, you're going this direction here, you wanna keep the right tire track. And if you are in the right lane, you wanna stay in the left tire track. And you do that to prevent people and other cars to share the lane with you. For example, if you are hugging the shoulder here, which you should never do, some other car that's driving here, for example, can try to share the lane with you, you know, and you don't want this to happen. So you want to make sure you're protecting your lane. And what about doing turns? What happened? So let's say this is going to be another scenario. Regardless whether you are here in this lane, in the right tire track, or here, the instructor is gonna let you know when to turn right, for example, and it's gonna let you know way in advance. So if you're here, you're gonna have to change lanes. So you're gonna have to do all the sequence mirror, signal, mirror, shoulder, turn off, do a turn off your signal, and mirror check again. And then once you are getting closer, you do the same thing here. You get to the left tire track on this place here in this road. You don't want to hug the shoulder. Do never hug the shoulder. And then you keep here. If there's a stop sign, you stop. If it's only like a preference one, you keep going. Give preference to whoever is coming here. And then if it's clear, you go and stay in your tire track. Do never hug the sidewalk, do never hug the shoulder. And the sixth point, it's a speed limit. So make sure you are at the exact speed limit of that particular road. If it's 50, keep 50. If it's 60, keep 60. I heard that some people were unsuccessful in the exams because they were not at the speed limit. They were at 45 and the speed limit of that road was 50. So another important point is watch the road lines. So if you're in a stoplight, if you're in a red light, if you're in a stop sign, don't go over the white line. Make sure you are before it. Check your mirrors every 5 to 7 seconds. One thing I was doing sometimes, I wasn't sure if I was checking, and because you have to exaggerate your movements like while you check your mirrors, and I wasn't sure, and also I didn't want to keep my head like this for 2 seconds in one way, 2 seconds another way, check your mirrors like that. I don't think it's safe. So one thing I did was I was keeping my eyes on the road straight, and I was doing the head movements. However, I was keeping my eyes on the road while doing it. Okay, another point is intersections. So while going through intersections, some people said to me, okay, you shouldn't change gears. Some people said, no, it's okay, there's no way of them to know. Some people say, no, this is nonsense, you can change gears. So whether you can or cannot change gears while going through an intersection, I don't know, but I decided not to. So just in case, I would say don't change gears while going through an intersection. You don't have to. Just don't. Other things you're gonna be assessed on are the highway portion of it and the residential road portion of it. So the residential road, they're gonna take you to this residential neighborhood or this residential place. The speed limit is gonna be usually 40 or 50. So make sure you are at the exact speed limit, and they want to make sure you're looking at all the roads you're passing through, stopping at the stop signs while in right position. Make sure you are before the line, and at some point while you're there, the instructor is gonna tell you, okay, there's something wrong with your bike, pull over when it's safe to do so. You gotta check your bike, something like that. So anyway, you gotta pull over on your right, close to the side curb, and you're gonna have to turn your motorcycle off, jump off from your motorcycle, and then he's gonna say, okay, it's all clear, you're good to go. Let's say this is the highway portion of it. So you're coming from here in this direction, right? Traffic here is coming from this direction, and traffic here it's going this direction here. The first thing they want to see you, it's whether you're gonna merge the highway correctly. When you're in the yellow line, you want to keep a constant speed of, for example, in my case was 50 kilometers per hour. That was the speed of that particular road, the sign that I saw before. There was a sign here. Per hour, and I kept exact 50 until the yellow line ended. So when the yellow line ends, then you have to speed up. So speed up progressively to the limit of that particular highway. Let's say it's 80 kilometers here, for example. Once you get to 80, just keep 80, and then merge. And remember, you're turning left here, so do all the sequencing that I showed you to before. And once here, after you merge, you want to keep the left tire track, okay? And then you go. Right, and after the residential road and the highway portion of it ends, you're gonna go back to the drive test, and you're probably gonna repeat all those things again. In this particular drive test, what's gonna happen is you're gonna go inside, of course, do your thing, and then you're gonna park your motorcycle right here at the back of the drive test, and the instructor is gonna show up and it's gonna give you some instructions and give you the earpiece, and it's gonna test your motorcycle for brake lights, honk. Anyway, just make sure your motorcycle it's in perfect conditions. And once you're ready, let's go, and good luck. Remember, give yourself a good space between you and the car in front of you, and ride the position. So hands, right foot on the brake at all times, left hand with the clutch, and left foot on the ground, and keep looking for hazards. Move your head, look at your shoulder, behind you, keep looking. Look, go, look at the mirrors, stop. Look, mirror, shoulder check, go, up, mirror, it's clear, you go. If it's not clear, you stop. Keep moving your head, looking, and go. Now, this is going to be the higher portion of it. Okay, you're good. So here you want to keep 40 to 50 until the yellow light ends. The yellow line ends. And once it ends, you have to learn. Okay, keep moving. No more, no less. So now position, look for hazards, look back, look behind you. That's a nice bike over there. Alright, be careful with the white line. Look, keep looking. Whenever it's safe, you go. And no hurry at all. Okay, after the white car I'm gonna go. Look, signal left, look, shoulder. Alright, check for touch, mirror. Let's go. And move. Oh, no face. How about this?